Ladies, gentlemen, this is everything that you have missed in the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC that was too small to make a separate video on. First up is some updates to the hangar business. You were able to walk up to Rooster inside the hangar and then pay him $25,000 for him to source crates for you. This works the exact same way as Loopy inside of the CEO warehouses, so if you are familiar with that, it will work the exact same way. For those not super familiar, the way it works is pretty simple. This will take 48 minutes for the Rooster to be done sourcing a crate for you, and you can even be offline while this happens. It just needs to be 48 minutes in real time, whether you're playing the game or not. He can source 1 or 2 crates, but there's only a 25% chance that it will be 2 crates. Special thanks to PL Platis for that information. Another update to the hangar business is the ability of doing a land mission instead of an air mission when sourcing crates. These are brand new missions for those who don't like to use air vehicles and just simply want to stick to land. Obviously, how good these are, I'm not entirely sure because I haven't played all of them just yet, but it's nice to have a variety for those who don't want to deal with certain missions in those air missions, like that Titan mission, for example. This is one easy way to avoid it, I suppose. When calling the mechanic, you'll be able to place tags on individual garages to kind of give you an idea what exactly you're storing in there. For example, in the footage shown, I'm labeling this garage as Supercars and Supercars 2. And for some reason, I was also able to do this, so get creative, I suppose. There's only a limit of 15 characters, so you might have to be a little bit creative if you're trying to be specific, but at the very least, it's very handy to have in the game. If you're wondering how to do it, you have to press Tab on PC, Square on PlayStation, or X on Xbox. The RC time trials have received a bunch of updates. First and foremost, you can now do them every single day for a cool $75,000. And apparently there's also 3 new ones. They will rotate every single day, and I haven't seen any of the new ones yet, but when they are available, I will be doing a guide on them. And before anyone asks, yes, in order to do these time trials, you will need to own an RC Bandito that costs you about $1.6 million. But on top of that, in order to store the RC Bandito, you need to also own an arena garage. So this might get a little expensive. However, you can earn the money back relatively quickly. I think it takes about a month if you do this consistently in order to make the money back and start making a profit. Plus the fact that there's also other time trials, but those are still weekly. In Mors Mutual, you are now finally able to claim all your vehicles in one go, and yes, even in specific garages if you wish to do so. Very good to finally see this making a comeback. It's been a long time since we had this, and no, it actually is not a new feature in case you didn't know. This used to be in the game, but they finally added it back. For those controller players out there, you can now hold the button to sprint rather than having to do a workout while you're playing the game and constantly spamming the button. A pretty nice quality of life update, but I still would love to see Rockstar giving an option just simply to toggle the sprint rather than having to hold it or to tap it, especially if you're someone like myself who plays on FPS 1. Inside of the adventure, you can now purchase a thruster for $750,000. This thruster, or jetpack, has no upgrades whatsoever and simply is more just a way of getting around the map when using the adventure. Having said that, it is the only way of getting a thruster that does not have any weapons, and is probably also the cheapest way to get one. Register as boss is a new tab inside of your interaction menu where you'll be able to just simply sign up as your CEO or MC member as you did before. The main reason I like this is because, as some of you might know, when you were scrolling down before the patch, sometimes the interaction menu would bug out a little bit and the CEO and MC would disappear and then come back again after a while. But now it seems that because it's underneath this tab, everything seems to be a lot more stable. Very cool addition. You can also give a name to your asset and you will get 5% more money for doing so. There's also some challenges attached to them to get different names, but there's no difference in value for changing a name to a specific thing. So if you're feeling like getting some more challenges done, that's the way to go and do it. The Virtue has finally been fixed. Before the patch, the Virtue with Imani Tech was not able to throw sticky bombs, but now after the patch, that has finally been fixed. So go around there and start chucking around sticky bombs like there's no tomorrow. A bunch of random events and daily crates have received a buff in payout. A special thanks to PL Titus one more time for all the information on that you can find on your screen. The option to buy all armor in one go has been added to the game too. Simply now you can go to the animation and press spacebar on PC, square on PlayStation or X on Xbox in order to buy an entire stack of armor in one go. Another nice addition too is the fact that if you restart a checkpoint during a mission, you will no longer lose the armor that you used up until that point of that checkpoint. And finally, there's also some changes that were not mentioned within the patch notes. Thanks to Tess, we found out about this, which is the payphone hit cooldown has been increased to 48 minutes. The random event for the smuggler's plane has got a decrease in RP and will now get 2000 RP instead of 25,000, and the business battle on the aircraft carrier has been disabled. And actually, finally, because this came out after I was done with the video, it turns out that we are now able to keep our old gen characters when transferring over to the newer generation of platforms. Meaning that if you have a PS4 or Xbox One character and then you transfer to PS5 or Series X, you will be able to keep both characters. Now obviously, if you rank up your character on old gen, it won't update on new gen and vice versa as well. Very welcome change, but for most of us who have already transferred, this is obviously too late because, you know, this is something that they won't reverse, sadly. And that is all the things that you probably missed inside the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know in the comments below and I'll gather them around or make a pinned comment. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, Left Lane Looney, and OnlyFans maybe do it. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.